All right, everyone, this is going to be a really quick update. There's not too much to say because I spoke in big detail about Ben White and Zubimendi, mainly Ben White yesterday, but he is fit for Fulham. And I think it's important I did this video. You all tell me about my hair, and maybe you've all got a point. I did caveat in the video yesterday, about 5-6 minutes in, that Ben White's absence from training that was reported by Sky Sports might just be coincidental, might be to do with other things. We've had it confirmed that it was just load management. Same with Zubimendi. They're just trying to, it's great from Arsenal. They're trying to keep an eye on how much these guys are playing and how much work they're all doing and trying to ensure that they're not, muscle strain, exerting too much energy. There's a lot of football to be played. There's a lot of minutes to manage. So to see not only Zubimendi, but Ben White as well, who was on international duty, have his, what shout was the video? Have his, time and training managed as well, I think remains a good thing. I think it's a good thing that Arsenal want to look after the players and want to ensure that they're not just, it's felt over the years that players are going out time and time again, especially for games when it felt like we could have rotated better. But it's a good sign that players like White and Zubimendi are having their time managed. Now, we do also hope that with Ben White, they're not managing an injury. We hope that, he's okay, that this is just a case of fitness. But ultimately, as Arteta said, he's available for the weekend, which is great, as is Martin Zubimendi, which could be important because I think Zubimendi will probably start this game. In the absence of Ødegaard, they're going to want someone deep in midfield picking up the ball against West Ham. I'm not sure it quite worked without Zubimendi, but let's see. Just worth saying that. So recap, Havertz, Arteta has said he's trying to break all the timelines and everything, but they still need to take their time with him. Madueke could be running on the pitch very, very soon, in a matter of weeks, they think, so that's really, really good as well. Pierre Nketiah is fit and available, Zubimendi's fit and available, and Ben White is fit and available, but he wasn't on the pitch because they're just managing his minutes. I think it's just important when I did yesterday's video, and I did caveat by saying, look, we don't actually know he's injured, so let's wait and see. I did feel it was just important that if there were any significant update, that I'd come and let you guys know, because I did a lot of talking about Ben White and, basically if you're unavailable, it's really hard to judge these players. But I'd also say this, that there was a lot of talk on the timeline, which I don't think I to give myself some credit, I don't think I entertained this in my video, but I'd love to know if you guys are or had or what you think. There was a lot of conversation on Twitter and stuff about Ben White and, when is it time to look for a new right back and to move on? And I thought, I'm not there yet with Ben White, if I'm honest. It's only been 1 year, so 12 months of unavailability. Everything else we've seen from him in his time at Arsenal is playing through injuries. And when he's had some significant ones, like the end of 21-22, came back to be brilliant in 22-23, played through 23-24, and actually was able to make himself available for at least most of 24-25. So I'm not at a stage of feeling like we need to move on from the player, but the conversation was beginning. And hopefully now that he's available, people are sort of withdrawing on that. But I was absolutely pouring fuel on the fire of the conversation about availability and, essentially what do Arsenal, I don't know, what do Arsenal do in the absence of Ben White? Or, it's just frustrating trying to judge a player like him when he's not available to play. I'm trying to remember the video. Did I say anything about replacing him? Maybe I did. If I did, forgive me. I'm pretty sure I didn't. But anyway, I don't think it's quite where we should be. Maybe asking the question is one thing, but I wouldn't be looking to replace him anytime soon. But if we need to... I think I did say, I think I said if he wasn't fit, then we might look to add in January. But then there's a difference between adding in January and actually replacing. Anyway, quick update there. Sorry, a bit of a mess of an update. I'm rushing everywhere. I'm about to embark on a 4-hour drive. But don't worry, you'll get my match reaction here for the Fulham game. That will be tomorrow on Saturday. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Ben White, Zubimendi and Nketiah all fit, Havertz and Madueke closing in on returns.